Tashtele, everyone. Let me begin my speech with a simple question, but an honest one. Imagine through the days of your life, there are two invisible bags on your shoulders. One carries your dreams, your studies, and your daily struggles. The other bag, it is much heavier. It carries the hope and responsibilities that your parents and an entire nation, Tibetan nation, which is forced into exile in 1959. What happens when the first bag slips? You fail the grade. How many of you know the heavy feeling? The racing heart at night, the anxiety whispering. And that is the main reason why today I stand here. Because that same failure didn't destroy me. Instead, it became my teacher. Hello everyone, my name is Tenzin Dhonyoe. I was born in Tizu, a small village in Arunachal Pradesh. Like so many of you, I grew up surrounded by hills, mountains that many of us call home. Through the journey of my life, my aunt, yes, my aunt, has been my greatest source of hope. Since the day I was born, she was my first teacher, my first friend, and my first idol. She taught me our Tibetan language, our stories, our culture, and most importantly, how to keep Nyingtop, inner courage, alive in difficult times. Her courage, grace, and hope touched me deeply. Even though she's no longer with us, her spirit continues to guide me every single day. From a young age, I have felt this deep pressure of succeeding, not for myself, but for my people, for my nation. For that, I studied hard until I had failed a grade. Shame was overwhelming. For weeks, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't think straight. Anxiety took over. Anxiety in my mind, it kept saying, "You're not good enough. You're disappointing your parents. What kind of a child are you?" At that time, I felt completely stuck. Then one day, I went near the hills of my village. I looked up at those tall mountains standing against the sky. They have survived storms, heavy rains, and landslides for centuries, but they still remain. And in that moment, something shifted. The story of our exile is not a story of loss. It is a story of what refuses to die. My failed grade felt like my own landslide. But like our community after 1959, I had a choice to make: to stay buried or rise stronger. Even though that wound was deep, if you ask me today if I had the chance to change my fate, I would say no, because that failure taught me things I couldn't have learned any other ways. It taught me three important things. First, hope in exile is not fragile. It is something that we choose every single day. My parents showed me this through their love and hard work. My aunt showed me this through her hard life. And our grandparents crossed the mighty Himalayas with nothing except hope in their hearts. So my failure taught me that I too can choose hope in difficult times. Second, failure can actually reveal our true strength. When I failed, I had to face my anxiety, my worst nightmares. I remember the lessons my aunt taught me about courage and hope. For that struggle, it gave me empathy, patience, and resistance. Third, our collective hope can actually strengthen our hope. When we fall and rise again, we honor our loved ones, our first teachers, our parents. We prove that exile has not defeated us and never will. So, if you're sitting here today carrying the weight of failure, anxiety, and if you think you're not good enough, please hear me. Your failures does not define who you are. Your hope does. The same unshakable hope that my aunt carried, that your parents carry, that same hope which has sustained our Tibetan people for decades in exile, lives inside every one of us. It is stronger than any voice telling you to give up, stronger than any anxiety, stronger than any bad grades. So today, let us make a promise. Let us make a promise to help each other when we fail. Let us make a promise to make our parents proud, to remember our identity. For that, whenever we fall and rise again, we carry the light of an entire nation with us. The mountains are still standing. Our hope is still standing. We are standing. And now, I would like to ask everyone to stand up. For real, stand up. Come. And say this word loudly and proudly. Pyogalo! Thank you.